person, with the help of the modern technologies, changes and adjusts the world for himself. But what will happen if he or she left alone with nature? The program Survive at Any Cost comes to mind, where Bear Grylls with a minimum set of items tries to survive in remote corners of the planet. The Long Dark gives a similar experience. Welcome to our channel, and today obviously we're gonna do review on the Long Dark. The player must survive in conditions of severe forts, hungry wolves and deadly blizzards. The plot pushes for the evolutionary and explorationary world, discovering a full-fledged story in which the developers put their heart and soul. The game offers an immersive experience that is immersed in the visual style and sound design. The game process. For Long Dark, a survival game that focuses on fighting nature, Descent is the god-forgotten Great Barrier Island off the coast of the northern Canada. Divided the map into separate sections of the earthquake. The tunnels collapsed, the railroad tracks were destroyed. To move between locations, you have to squeeze through the rubble, look for passengers in old coal mines, or use a climbing equipment. Storms and snowfalls are common for the island. Strong winds make the movement difficult, and snow blowing in the face reduce visibility. In addition to everything, the clothes gets wet, torn, and the character freezes. It will not work to put a fire in the wind. It will not light up, or it will go out quickly. If there is no building nearby, you have to look for a cave and boulder or a fallen tree to shelter from the wind and warm up near the fire. The player must also keep track of basic needs: food, water, and sleep. The latter is the easiest. There are beds and sleeping bags in residential buildings. If you have to spend the night on street and there is no bag, the character can build a snow shelter. Leaving the island, the locals left a lot of useful things in their homes. This includes energy bars, condensed milk, and other foods. A canned diet quickly gets boring. You want meat, and for meat you have to go hunting. The arsenals of weapons includes a bow, a gun, and a revolver. In addition to hares, which are better to set traps, there are bears, deer, and wolves in the forest. Wolves, on the other hand, do not mind hunting for the humans, so it is better to bypass them. You can dry off a fang or with a torch, or a single sword or a shot. Bears are less aggressive but more deadly. An accurate headshot kills the wolf, but not the bear. He will have time to run and attack you, so shock up first aid kits if you go hunt this mighty beast. The warmest things in the game are created from the skins and guts of animals. Materials are dried indoors for 3-7 days. After that, on the walking machine, using a 7-kit hats and gloves with a rabbit skin, deer boots and a pants, a wolf and bear fur coat are created. Fur coats, besides being warm, scare away single predators. The world around is not a decoration. The necessary items are found not only where people used to be. Useful plants grow around in the forest, all hanging moss, reishi mushrooms, rose hips, and useful as medicine. Young trees will serve as a shaft for arrows, and the large branches are chopped into the logs. Nature in the Long Dark is not only an enemy, but also a source of resources for all of survivals. The game itself made on the Unity engine, but this does not prevent it from looking attractive and mesmerizing episodes, which is only worth the northern lights at night. As me, the atmosphere of the snowy forest is conveyed quite well, and even better to immerse in it helps a good soundtrack playing in the background. In addition to the pictures, nature, there is also many places to visit, such as a dam, caves, huts of fishermen and hunters, and locations like a whole road of abandoned cars. The flora and fauna are quite diverse. The change of the weather and time looks as realistic it is possible to do on Unity. There is no farm game at all. The balance is built in such way that it will not work to fill the house with the firewood or meat in the one run. There are simply not so many resources. So you have to grind to feel yourself comfortable in the game. There are several modes in Long Dark: survival, story mode, and the challenges, but personally I like the survival mode more. It helps you to delve deeper into the gameplay and the other delights of the game, plus it is interesting. How long can you hold out? The 3 episodes in the story company and this is more like a nice bonus because there is nothing special there. It tells why in the gameplay if you follow in. The gameplay is the same, just among the other things you will have tasks and some people appear, which makes you not the only survivor in this surrounding. The task mode is different in a complexity where the various kind of situation and small scenarios are offered, which are passed on average from 1 till 3 hours. For example, to get the lighthouse to release a sign of fire there or escape from a bear and etc. I started playing The Long Dark during early access, which lasted 3 years, and now that the game is out, and I can say that developers did a really good job and brought it to mind. Here you can have a pleasant time without straining and simply exploring the world, enjoying its views, or if you wish, set yourself more severe level of difficulty and test yourself for strength. Would definitely recommend The Long Dark, especially since the price is quite sparing, especially at the discount. I wish to stay on track during the storm and be able to find a shelter. Peace everyone, thank you so much for watching, have a good one, bye.